All praises due to the Most High family. We back with another Acres anime review. I just finished watching episode 7 of Gachiakuta. Again, family, if you look at my older reviews, I was saying it wrong, I guess. Somebody hit my comments, said it's pronounced Gachiakuta, not Gachiakuta. So I don't know what y'all was calling it. But it's a good series nonetheless. I'm just PSA. I'm just public service announcement, family. Okay, but so this episode was really hard because we get to see Zanka and Rudo, team up a little bit. And then at the end there, I went on a slight roller coaster of emotions. But so Rudo fighting Jabber, because Jabber took out the homie. Is Grease gonna make it? I still don't know. Even at the end of the episode, I am not sure. I guess I feel better about it now than I did last episode, but I still don't know. I'm worried about Grease, family. That's big bro. But so Jabber he's got some screws loose, family. So here's the thing. So Rudo ended up using Grease's talisman as a vital instrument. And this was a very cool vital instrument because it basically took any if there was any maliciousness, any bloodlust, any violence directed at Rudo, he was basically to move it, like not even physically. He didn't even have to touch you. The talisman moved you. So he was really using the force to move you, and this allowed him to dodge all the attacks. Now, the crazy part about Jabber is he was able to still overcome that. And so you're wondering how. I mean, first of all, this dude is a speed demon. Like I said in the last review, he's got long claws. So he's got extra long range with the speed. That's a problem. But then he has neurotoxins in both of his claws, like both sets of claws. So even if he just grazes you, it becomes a very big problem for you. And so what we learned really after the fight was that the claws on his left hand can numb the pain that he's feeling, allowing him to move through injury, right? He's injured, he's in pain, he's beat up, but he can just inject himself with this painkiller and he's able to keep going. And on the right hand is a poison it's like a paralysis poison. So it keeps his Jabber's enemies from moving for about a half hour, is what he said. And I guess he can play with the dosages a little bit. I don't know if that's quite accurate or if he just needs to give you a deeper, hit you with the claws deeper to give you more. I don't know exactly. But so Rudo trying his best. Jabber is a problem. And what Jabber does is he really injects himself. I didn't notice which claw it was that he used, but he injects himself basically he said later in the episode that he blacked out. So because he's blacked out and just moving as a crackhead, the talisman stops perceiving bloodlust. Like he's blacked out, so the talisman can't perceive what his intentions are, right? He's more like now a wild beast rather than someone assaulting Rudo, right? So Rudo trying his best, and then Zanka come through really at a critical moment. And he really could have helped earlier, but Zanka said, well, I'm supposed to be your teacher, so I was kind of like watching you do your thing for a second. But because he did this, because he analyzed Rudo's, little fight, this gives Zanka the ability to plan and collaborate with Rudo. And so because he's still affected by the poison that Jabber injected him with, so it's still hard for him to move. So what goes down is, and this was a perfect solution for Rudo and Zanka because they're like frenemies. Zanka says, well, if I just aim my ill intent, and if I like come at you like I'm trying to hurt you, then you can move me, because Zanka's having trouble moving. And so because they're frenemies, because they know that they need to work together, but they low-key be getting on each other's nerves a little bit, this worked. So Zanka swing on Rudo, and Rudo's actually surprised. He's like, wait, the talisman did work. Were you really trying to hurt me? Like, that's messed up. So now Rudo mad at Zanka, but then because Rudo is a smartass, this angers Zanka more. So like it just repeat, it's a cycle. But so this was the coolest part of the episode because Zanka, with the help of Rudo sending him flying, it was really cool. The art was really cool. Zanka looked like a beast. We put the pause on Jabber. But Jabber, just at the end of the day, injected himself with the painkiller. He re-injected Zanka because the talisman broke. For some reason, we don't know. The talisman broke. Zanka had his hypothesis. He's like, is there a time limit on the power or something? I don't know. But anyhow, nonetheless, Rudo's done. Zanka's done. Jabber's still not. He injects himself with a painkiller. He gets back up. He re-injects Zanka with the paralysis poison. So Zanka's done. He goes and retrieves Rudo, and he's making his way back to the spot. And this is where the roller coaster started with Zanka putting the pause on Jabber. I'm woo. And then Rudo gets kidnapped and Jabber making off with him, and I'm like, oh no, what's going on here? And then he make it out, and we see Rio there, and I'm like, thank God. I'm coming back. Thank God Rio's there. And she really just stopped him in his tracks because he's like, oh crap, I'm caught, I'm seen. But then Engine jab him with his umbrella, and now I'm back on the, all right, yes, we saving Rudo. I was confident that Toya was gonna be able to take him because Jabber was not in good shape. But when I seen Engine there, and then they had other people with them too, I was confident. I was like, okay, yeah, we getting Rudo back. And really, Jabber, because he's crazy, he's off his rocker, he's lost his marbles, he's just doping himself all the time. So he's a dope fiend. He's got a dope mind. He's definitely not all there. Rudo thought maybe earlier in the episode, he's like, is this dude a masochist? Does he enjoy like being in pain? Does he enjoy like this nonsense, this crazy nonsense? But so he perceived that Rio and Engine are strong. He really actually wants to fight them. But then he has a partner pull up. What was her name? Like C, like it started with a C, but it was like Tony or something. And they tell him, hey man, boss man said time's up. You got to come back home. So we got to dip. And so Jabber, reluctantly left. And on the way out, though, he noticed, because Rudo had some words for him as he was leaving, and Jabber's like, wow, you can still talk? One of the guys that came with Engine and Rio said, wow, like he's having trouble breathing because of this poison. So he's talking crap to Jabber as he's leaving. Jabber notices, he's like, oh, you still like want some more? Because he's mad, he's angry behind Grease. But Jabber noticed that there's like a symbol on Rudo's gloves, and so we got to figure out what that is. He said, oh, you're a fan of that series. What he meant, we don't know. Like, hopefully we find out soon, but I don't know. That was just what he left us with. W episode. I'm really enjoying this series, y'all. Check it out. Peace and love.